Hello and welcome to another episode of ArenaFPS News, episode 16, no doubt. Brought to you by your hosts, Galanguar and Neeple.
So the first thing in the patch-up this week is Reflex. They've had a bunch of patches, mostly to their UI stuff, their HUD stuff. There's been some balance tweaks as well. So basically, you can now code your own HUDs in Lua.
Or LUA.
LUA, if you prefer.
Yes.
And it's quite a big deal. It's basically made them so customizable, you can pretty much do whatever you want in them.
Yeah, it's great. Play Hardcore Pro have got a really nice one. You can have a look at some of their videos, and I've been developing one, and it's completely open to almost doing anything with the HUD. So it's very, very nice.
Yeah, the menus as well, when you start up the game and you go into your options and things like that, that's all no more doing stuff in the console anymore. It's all there for you now.
Yeah, it's great. It's a kind of almost turn the game around. And they also added some meshes. So there's some really nice kind of artistic meshes for pipes and vents and lights and pipes and more lights and awesome.
Yeah,
awesome
Def has already made good use of them as well. He's done some changes to his map DP7,
which we're showing right now.
And it looks like it doesn't even look like an early access game anymore.
Yeah,
it looks really good.
Yeah, it's great.
And then they did some balance changes as well.
Yeah, so they've improved the damage on the LG, or the iron cannon, if you will, up to
damage
8.
And the knockback as well.
Yeah, the knockback's been changed. And I believe the global knockback's been rewritten slightly as well, so it's slightly more improved.
Yeah, you can still blast people up into the air with rockets, but just the fact that LG is stopping people moving around a little bit is a big deal.
Yeah. So lots of great changes for Reflex. We'll link the patch notes for you to have a full rundown if you want to see it. Okay, next up we have Unreal Tournament. So they've added a really cool map called CTF Big Rock, which I shall talk about shortly. But also there's been a few weapon balance tweaks, some network fixes improvements, and some just general kind of UI stuff. But Big Rock is one I've played. I've not played DM Vortex, that's also been added, but Big Rock's got this really cool. It's asymmetrical, that's the word, CTF map. So one base has kind of got a faster playstyle, and the other one's got a more defensive playstyle. And because of the half-time system, it kind of turns into this kind of one team plays defensively for half, for the first half, and then the other team plays offensively, and they swap. The outside,
do you think that's a good thing? Because there's two flags, isn't there?
Yeah, there's two flags.
Do you think it's good that a team has to play defensively for half the game, rather than both teams attacking and defending simultaneously?
It almost feels like a different game mode, almost like a kind of objective-based game mode. It's really cool. I really like it, and the fact that inside, it says inside zones and outside zones. Outside it's kind of, I think it's third gravity, and inside it's normal gravity, and the barriers in between them, they block damage and from any weapon source. So you can kind of if you're the flag carrier and you manage to dodge through one of these barriers at this last split second, you can kind of avoid damage from behind, like projectiles, which is really cool. It's a really nice map, and it looks really pretty as well. It's not been properly meshed out or textured yet, but kind of the shell looks great. Anything you want to say on beauty?
No, I haven't had a chance to try these out, but I like the idea of asymmetrical maps. I like the, I like it, and I'm not used to it because it's not in any ArenaFPS games, but I like the whole halftime deal. I think for big events that'll be quite spectator friendly.
I think it definitely suits the UT playstyle, whereas kind of a symmetrical, faster map suits a kind of a Quake Live or Reflex playstyle. The more kind of tactical, slower, bigger maps kind of do suit UT very much. And finally, Robot Roller Derby Disco Dodgeball has had a major update 2.0 released. So it's got a new game mode called Kingpin, which is, I'm not sure how to describe it, but basically a player becomes a Kingpin and then he can get bonus, score trick shot points, and only he can get them. And then if you kill that Kingpin, then whoever has become the Kingpin can get the bonus trick shot point. So
there's loads of game types like that in this game, isn't there?
Oh,
almost nothing is just standard.
If you want a fun game that's got loads of crazy game modes, and it almost feels like a party game, but it's a PC arena shooter style dodgeball game with robots.
Does it feel like it could be on the Wii?
I don't know.
That's the kind of vibe I get from it when I play it. It's fun.
It's really fun.
It looks like I'd play it while drunk.
I'd love to play it at a LAN with a load of drunk people. That would be like the ideal setting. Maybe have a LAN party at my house at some point. They've also added some new lighting systems and they've retextured some of the maps. So the dev on that, Mr. Eric, is doing a really great job, and can't wait to see what that game future holds.
In project updates, there's been a new Reborn show as per usual.
Yep.
So in this one, it was a shorter show, but there was some stuff to it. He showed off the shotgun concept.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think of it?
It doesn't really look like a shotgun. It's kind of very ambiguous to what it actually does. Although he did say that it might look more like a shotgun in game, but I think he's going back to his artist and asking for more.
He said he didn't think it looked like a shotgun, and no one I've seen thinks it looks like a shotgun, so he's going back to get it redone.
Yeah. They also showed off a new Eggbot concept, which was Tuberbot, I believe.
Yeah, someone said it looks like Bullet Bill, and it really does.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan. I think some of the other ones were better. It's not the strongest kind of concept he's come out with.
But again, he doesn't think it's that great either, and he thinks it goes against the whole team colour thing because the whole face of it is white, so it's ambiguous as to which team you're on.
Yeah. Sorry, carry on.
Let's go back to the drawing board as well. He still seems adamant on the name.
Yeah.
So he's keeping Diabotical.
I like it. I think I've said this before. I like Diabotical. It's good. It was also talking about Trello, where they're going to be uploading project updates very regularly on that, which I kind of like. It means that for people like us, we can keep a track of the project on a day-by-day basis rather than waiting for a week for any kind of news. And also, it allows people who didn't catch the stream to kind of vote on things and give feedback through that. So overall, I would like kind of that. Also, if you go onto the Trello, you can get really high resolution images of all the art he's been working on, or the team has been working on. So if you want any kind of wallpapers, then that's the place to go. So there's also been some map talk, which was, it's not something that I'm too interested in, but if you're a mapper, then I'm sure that kind of information will be very useful. And you should go back and check the full VOD, talking about mostly block sizes and kind of the ramifications of choosing the sizes of blocks that they're going for. So if you're a mapper, then I'm sure that's very interesting.
He talked about the announcer as well, talking about male and female global announcers, and talking about how your bots will sound and how that'll be customizable to you and things like that.
Yeah, so I think the idea is the announcer is going to be kind of generic, whereas your bot's going to be very personal to you, so you can have cosmetics for your bot in terms of both looks but also sounds, so you can have custom voice packs for your individual bot. I kind of like that.
Yeah, I like that as well. And then he said that Kickstarter's getting pushed back, but
yeah, that wasn't surprising, was it?
Yeah, no, I wasn't too shocked by that, but it sounds like that. I can't remember what he said. He needed to do a couple of things, and then he said it's something about getting gameplay all set up and ready, and I'm really looking forward to that.
Yeah, definitely.
Once the gameplay's there and you can select a class and invite people to duel and shit like that. I hope that's not too far away.
No, I think they should do it right, rather than trying to. There's been a few companies that have done Kickstarters and they've just fallen over. So
yeah, he said he's in no rush to fuck up a Kickstarter, and that's a good point. If it's going to take him an extra month or two to get a really good Kickstarter going, I'm okay with that.
Yeah. And finally, the Toxikk devs have updated their roadmap, and they've kind of given us some information about what's coming up. So the next patch, which will be called Parsley, they're going to be having a look at some more kind of weapon and movement tweaks, but also a ranking system, which is pretty cool. I quite like the idea of that. 2 new maps and 2 new game modes. One called Arch Rivals, which is Duel. One called Lone Survivor, which is Last Man Standing. So I can't wait for this patch to come out. It's been a while since a big big Toxikk patch came out, and I'm eager.
They need to keep the big patches coming, because I don't know what the player base is like for this game, but it's gonna die out if they do what Wicked did and just stop updating it.
Yeah, and there's kind of some idea of what they're going to be doing further down the line with Ginger and Vanilla, but I assume that's going to be quite a while off if we're still not getting Parsley yet. So yeah,
so this new map, they're getting 2 new maps. Both of them are going to be classic maps.
Yeah.
So not vehicle maps.
And I assume if they're releasing Duel and Last Man Standing, they're probably going to be tailored to that kind of gameplay.
Yeah,
so...
and I hope whatever the Duel map is, I hope it's a good map, because this game needs some good maps.
Yeah, definitely. But I think that pretty much wraps up everything we want to say this week. I've been Glangor, this has been Neeple. Thanks for watching, and we'll have more content for you very soon.